Welcome to Four Questions. Four Questions is proudly brought to you by Blackmore 4, where we have the opportunity to engage in meaningful conversation and debate with inspirational leaders across various industries. Now, if you watched last month's episode, you may have seen that we've changed things up a little bit with our format for 2022. The final and fourth question will be a random bingo buzz question that is posed to our poor guest. Today, we have the pleasure of engaging with Sara Azimzadeh. Am I saying that right, Sara?
Yes.
Beautiful, it's so exotic. Sara is a business psychologist and the director for SABP. She has a wealth of experience in developing and delivering solutions to support organizational development, change, assessments, and people development. Sara, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind introduction.
Brilliant. All right, so Sara, let's get started with our four questions. And question number one goes like this. What have you personally identified as effective leadership skills?
This was quite an interesting one because there's a lot of research to kind of back some of the kind of core skills like innovations, flexibility, communication, and these are essential. You would require it. But I think something that's not missed per se, but not spoken about as much is around grit. So grit is something that I have found quite an intriguing concept, and it a lot of times gets confused with resilience, and I think there is a separation there, and resilience being an element of grit more than anything, but this perseverance and passion over a longer period of time seems to be an ingredient for successful leadership and leadership potential, about being able to kind of see things through on a much longer term than resilience in terms of meeting adversity and being able to get over it and learn from it. So that's something that I think, when I say personally, but personal interest in.
Yeah. And as a departure point from that, I mean, have you seen leaders that have been ineffective if they haven't been, I don't know what the word is, but yeah, if they don't have that grit to demonstrate?
It's more about the potential of becoming a leader. So if you're trying to identify who can become our future leaders, what is it that ingredients is, that's probably more around that, and successful leaders probably have it. It just comes as a natural inclination to them. It's the ones, if you want to compare it to that resilience, that may give up or may get overwhelmed, those difficult scenarios, and they're probably most likely to also suffer from low grit, if you like to put it that way, and the fall downs in those circumstances.
Fascinating. Okay, so question two goes like this. What has been your biggest obstacle when identifying the leadership requirements of a particular situation? So
when you're looking for leadership qualities and skills, you're trying to create a profile. So what is the profile of success looks like? And the big question there is, who is informing that? Where is that insight coming from? Where is the leadership research even coming from? And it is quite narrow based on existing leaders and existing executives that say, this is the leaders I want within my organization. These are the leadership team I want to develop. And there is a risk of diversity being missed in the like for me biases. And you're seeing a lot of similarities in what people are looking for, almost my own second, a mirror of myself. So how do we kind of break away from that? How do we bring to life things that are missing, that would complement a team rather than just adding to it? So when we're creating these success profiles for leaders, that is quite a challenge to get people to think beyond what they already know. And that's probably one of the bigger obstacles to breaking away from what we already see and believe in.
And I mean, in terms of creating that success profile, Is there value in involving large groups of people, or does that sort of mucky the waters? How do you do that? How do you create the success profile?
In an ideal world, you would have more input from diverse group of people, so that you get an insight, what does success look like for various different individuals with various different backgrounds. And there you may be able to get something more insightful than if you're limiting it to a small group of people, and that's kind of what their trusted reference point is. So that is kind of what in an ideal world we would have. But we are limited. If you're looking for an executive in an organization, you're more or less likely speaking to the colleagues of those or the chief exec in that organization to find out. And how much is that going to be a true reflection of the general population? Probably not. So we are, that is kind of one of those obstacles that you may encounter.
Okay. All right, Sarah, question number 3. This is a bit of a personal one. Okay. What leadership skills do you value in your peers?
I like being challenged. So I like when colleagues kind of stimulate thinking and can give feedback. That is something I really value in colleagues, who feel the trust and safe space to kind of challenge me and get me to think outside my own box and my own biases. So that is something I do value.
Okay, nice. So this is a good thing then, this debate and conversation that we're having.
Absolutely. Feel free to challenge me.
It's about to get a whole lot hotter in here, because it's time for our bingo buzz question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
It's absolutely fine. It's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with the last one, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun with this one as well. So I'm just opening it up. Let's have a look. Right. Oh, are leaders inherently selfish or selfless?
Are leaders inherently selfish or selfless? Oh, that is a good one. Now, there are leaders of all kinds. I want to be on the more optimistic side and say, what do you mean when you're talking about selfishness? What is it that they're trying to achieve when they're being selfish? And in a perception of selfishness is not necessarily a true reflection of reality. So externally looking in, you may think, oh, this is a selfish act. But there is so much that happens in leadership positions that is unknown to the teams. So it's a really kind of blurry line. And I want to think that through assessments, through kind of what we do by identifying effective leadership skills, that if it was a negative association to that, it is picked up. It is something that you identify before it becomes problematic. Because the whole idea for leader is bringing out the best in teams and in a group of individuals, and that needs to be selfless in its whole core. So maybe a little bit too optimistic, but
no, great answer. And I think also you put it so eloquently, it's about teams at the end of the day. But when it comes to that selfishness, that's ego-based, when it's about me, then that's sort of more negative. But there can be the light side in that you need that almost, sort of upliftment of the group or upliftment of the business and pushing forward and competitiveness. So making those selfish decisions that's capitalizing on what's available in the environment in terms of pushing forward. But contentious issue, nevertheless. I think the way in which research is moving and literature is moving there's been a lot of focus on sort of the vulnerable, selfless leader. So perhaps that's better. Who knows?
Yeah, the servant leader.
Yes.
Let's hope for that.
Absolutely. Sarah, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for letting us get into your brain and pick your insights. We've really appreciated it. And we wish you all the very best.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.